You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, back. Road Rants for Black and White Live. The other day, my partner in crime, John Matrix, did a video. The story came out, and it got pretty big around the sports world that ESPN's SECEDE Steele came out and said that she was forced to get the vaccine. We knew that because she works for the Marxist ESPN of China. And, of course, they lobbied down, handed down all those forced jab mandates over at ESPN. Now, once again, if you choose to get the jab, that's your business, that's your freedom. If you choose not to, also see same response. It is your choice, your freedom, between you and whoever you feel like you need to make that decision with. But we don't agree with necessarily is going to be forced mandates and people having to get it in order to keep employment, which is exactly what SECEDE Steele had to do over at ESPN. In order to stay working for ESPN, the supposed worldwide leader, in woke anyway, she had to get this vaccine. Well, she has announced just now that she has, you got it, the Wuhan virus. That's right. Good God. SECEDE Steele contracts COVID despite getting forced vaccination. Embattled ESPN host SECEDE Steele recently tested positive for COVID despite being mandated for the vaccination, according to her Instagram and ESPN. Steele reportedly dealt with mild symptoms, but neither will attend the ESPN W Summit this week nor appear on any episodes of SportsCenter as a result of the positive test. Steele's illness coincides with a slew of critical comments made towards vaccination mandates in a podcast interview recently that she did with Jay Cutler, and I mean, it was a hell of a podcast, handing ESPN executives an easy excuse for pulling her off the air. Some sort of disciplinary action for her comments was likely, given ESPN and the parent company's Disney's intense liberal slant, but now the illness can provide cover fire for any suspension while execs dealt with the leftist insubordination in-house. Steele originally called the vaccination mandates, quote, sick and scary, referencing the company's threat to fire her if she didn't comply by September 30th. It's scary to me in many ways, but I have a job that I love and, frankly, that I need, Steele said, and I'm not surprised that he got to the point, especially with Disney. I mean, a global company like that. To contract COVID despite complying with the company's mandate just adds insult to injury, but to challenge the vaccine's efficacy immediately draws ire of millions of government sycophants who believe that the entire pandemic would immediately end if everybody got the jab. For now, add SECEDE Steele to the growing list of vaccinated individuals who managed to contract the Wuhan virus despite all of the protections that the vaccine offers. And look, that's the thing, and it always gets lost, and it's one of our biggest issues with everything involving sports, okay, and employment, is the NFL and the NBA and these other leagues, they've got different rules whether you've got the jab or not got the jab. And then lost in all this is natural immunity. Lost in all this is the fact that you can still get the Wuhan virus if you've got the jab. That's a thing, okay? And it's like, why are these standards here for one set of individuals and not here for the other set? Okay, if both sets can still, in theory even, and we know it's fact, but even in theory, still contract the virus, then why the hell aren't the standards the same across the board for all sports leagues and organizations and companies' employment? Okay, that's where people start running into the issue. The other thing is you got people applying for religious exemptions that are being denied. How do you deny religious exemptions? I guess I'm confused by that. If it's part of somebody's religious beliefs that they're not supposed to get, it's part of it that they don't get something like the jab, then they don't get it and they should be exempt from it, period. Okay? I'm sure they believe in a higher calling or whatever they believe in their personal belief set that just says that's not something they do, okay? And I can tell you, I know for a fact that's a thing. That's absolutely a thing. And, religious freedoms. Hello, McFly, anybody home? You get the point, guys. And Sage Steele has been critical. She did not want to get the vaccine. She did not want to get the jab, but she felt like she had to keep her job. I personally know a lot of people that have done this already. A lot of people. And they did it because they wanted to keep their employment. Okay? They did not want to take this thing. All right? And again, I don't have a problem whether you do or don't. All right? It's none of my business if you want to know the truth. And to me, it should be none of these sports organizations or employers' business either. So tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Sage Steele, she got it, even though she got it. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.